it's kind of funny to me, seeing how women are exposing themselves online. They're exposing hypergamy, monkey branching, female nature, um, things of that. And I was one of these guys that complained, and I still have a little bit of, but listen, if you want to know why these women nowadays have these standards where even Superman isn't good enough. Why do they have these standards? Let's think about it. Is it their fault? Yes, they definitely have something to do with it because they're not looking inward and doing anything to better themselves, or even looking at what they're attracted to and why they're attracted to what they're attracted to. The problem is they have inflated egos because men still, we're almost at the end of 2021, and I realized this back in 2015 because I used to do this type of stuff. And I seen what it was doing. I seen why women post what they post online because they want to get a reaction of a certain person or they want the validation. Why do they have these inflated egos? Why do they have these unrealistic standards that no man can really live up to? And they bring a depreciating asset. They completely focus. A lot of these women nowadays, and the trajectory is getting worse, just focus on their physical features. It's really crazy because these a lot of females they're extremely unhealthy, or let's like they make themselves look good on here, but when you see them in the store, they got their hair up. Look, it's like, man, it's one or extreme or the other. There's no in between. For me, I don't mind a tad bit of makeup. Just to like enhance slightly. Not like a whole face. They take it off and they look like a completely different person. Like these celebrities. But why are women like this nowadays? Why? In my opinion, it's the guys giving them validation. Free validation. I still see in the comments guys kissing their butts. They're still giving them compliments all the time. They give them tons of likes, follows, all that stuff. And that's why they don't have any humbleness in them. They're not down to earth because they don't have to be. They don't have to be. Because there's a lot of men out here that don't hold them accountable, that still bail them out, and they don't have to learn any lessons. So it's on males, because I'm telling you right now, if men just dried up social media, if men stop following all these girls on their social media accounts, if they stopped giving them likes, stop giving them comments, so they won't see that notification bell go off, they just pretty much ignore these females, that will humble them extremely fast. Extremely fast, because women, they crave male attention. That's why they do what they do. They say, "Oh, I get myself all done up." Well, are you gonna just like get your makeup done and get all dressed up just to sit on a couch by yourself and not post any pictures on the internet so people to see you? No, women don't do that. You know what they do? They get up like a dude, don't do nothing if they're just gonna stay home. And they're in their sweats. They're not brushing their hair. They're not doing any of that. So these females, oh, I'm just doing it for me. They're just lying to themselves, trying to manipulate the situation. So that's what I think men need to do is dry up social media, dry up that validation, dry up dating sites, dry it up. And you know what will happen? I'm gonna tell you what will happen. It'll force these women to stop sitting back and relaxing, which is kind of crazy. How it's funny to see like girls that I've seen on my Snapchat posting daily selfies like 5, 6 years ago, and they're still doing it. How repetitive is that? It's just really, isn't that boring yet? But if men back off, it'll force women to get up off their butt and actually do something to either improve themselves, or it'll humble them, and then they can lower their expectations and standards. I don't care if men backed away from women, their dogs and their cats would not sustain them. It would not long term. Might for a little while, and their friends, or if they got kids, but they still crave male validation. They want to look good. When they go out to the club, they get all done up. They say, oh, it's not for anybody but for me. Yes, it is for you, because you're getting validation. If there was nobody there, if you knew nobody was going to be there, you're just going by yourself. Like maybe your friend owns it and they're going to open it for just you. They're not going to get all done up. They want to get that attention. They like the energy, the feel. That's why they do what they do. But men need to back off of these women. Seriously. Until men realize things, until they realize we need to back off of women for just not forever, just enough so they can come back down to earth, man, because they're in a different reality than we are. The average man, like myself, we do the dirty work. We do these dirty jobs that sustain civilization. But if we stop doing these jobs, and it forces females to come out of the office and have to do these dirty jobs, that'll humble them very quickly. So yeah, that's my advice. It's unfortunate I don't have more of a following, because a lot more people need to hear this. But it is what it is, man. Y'all take it easy.